So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector. Today, I'm joined by Alina Lesnik, and she does backup vocals and plays keyboard for the band ROBSE, which is a new metal band that came out of another metal band, and they just released their debut album last Friday. So first of all, Alina, how are you today?
Hi, so nice to meet you. I'm really fine, I would say. The sun is
Mhm.
shining, and yeah, everything is nice.
Yes, let me compliment your house. Looks very nice, or your apartment. That's a great looking couch. Yeah, you can tell that. Yeah, my couch is not that nice. So you're in Germany, right?
Yes, that's correct. And the couch is really comfortable. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, it looks nice. So I listened to the debut album, which came out last Friday, and it's really, I would say that the band is like a mixture of like, there's like, I would say this like symphonic, like death power metal. That's how I would describe the band. How would you describe the sound of the band, maybe for people who still haven't listened to it?
Yeah, I think it's really difficult to have like a genre for this. As you also said, it's like a mix out of different things, but that's also good because I think it's always a little bit cooler to have not this specific genre, but to have like a wider range of musical influences that are shown in the music. So I think that's great. But if you would ask us, we probably would say it's kind of epic death metal with a few
Epic.
influences. But yeah, it has like symphonic influences, it has folk influences, it has like death metal, a lot of influences. So there are so many different things, and yeah, this is what we cooked. So this is what came out.
Yeah, and also I listened to all the lyrics are in German, correct?
Nearly all lyrics. We have one
Yeah,
song,
there's a few
Nostalgia.
English ones, but I could not tell sometimes because almost all it's in German. But I like Rammstein. They're all in German. Yes,
Yes.
and there's a band. There's something. When bands put out music that they're not from the U.S. and there's bands from different parts of the world that put English. Really, it's like the people in the United States need to be less lazy and listen to bands that sing other languages. I sing bands that sing in Spanish, French, even though I wouldn't understand them if the music is good. So, but you guys, this album is mostly, I think, I would say 90% German language.
Yes, yes, indeed. That's totally in German language. Yeah, except one song, but the other songs are all in German. But I would agree. I also listen to a lot of bands that sing in their mother tongue, in their language, especially on like Nordic folk songs. So it's you don't have to understand everything to have the vibe and the catchy melody. And sometimes it's even cool to look up the lyrics and see what they are about when you're more interested. So I totally agree on that point.
Yes, I did that when I first listened to Rammstein, and then for some years, when I started listening to it, I didn't have the lyrics, and then I read the lyrics. I'm like, ooh, they are filthy. It's
Yes.
like, yes,
The lyrics
like
are really, you
yes.
should check it before you sing it in public along.
Oh, yes, no, and I actually I saw them in concert in 2012, and to me, it's the best concert I've seen. And I've seen Metallica and AC/DC, but that Rammstein concert, the way that they put the concert, it was really amazing. So
Yeah.
you guys are also very theatrical because I'll talk about the artwork of the album soon, but like when I looked at the artwork, I thought of like Lord of the Rings and the orcs.
Yeah.
So you guys, I know that I think there's songs that I was reading that are very based in like childhood, like nursery rhyme type of songs. We Tell me a little bit about that inspiration for uh, like using that in your music.
You mean like the inspiration for the artwork or like the general vibe
Oh
of
no, no,
the?
for the songs. Yeah, we'll talk about the artwork soon, but for the songs that have like that nursery rhyme type of feel to them.
Um, I think I well the most of the songs we have. I'm sorry, I don't understand the question right. You said like what kind of rhyme? The childish parts? I think I haven't
Oh, because
understood
because
it.
there's some songs on the record
Yeah.
that are inspired by like old nursery rhymes. So
Ah,
they have like
nursery
that.
rhymes.
Yes.
Ah, okay, nursery rhymes. Yeah, it was like I couldn't get the word.
Oh,
Um,
don't worry.
Well, we have one song, for example, Weiße Friedenstaube. It's an old child, yeah, it's an old song from the DDR, like old German times, and it was like an anti-war song, and that's a really popular song in the East, or it was a really popular song in the East of Germany, and people grew up with it. For example, also Robse grew up with that specific anti-war song, and he always wanted to include it into the album because it has a really great message, and we wanted to have it like a metal cover of this old child nursery song. And for that, we asked Stumpen from the band Knorkato. It's also a German band that's quite known here to sing the lyrics for it. Yeah, the inspiration was just the history beyond that song. That it's an old song the people sang in school back then, and we wanted to have it included in the album. And there are, for example. Yeah, I think that is the main inspiration from that. But some songs also have some parts where it's like a child's cry singing. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more like we have the album has two different sides, I would say, two main sides. That's also in the name, like Harlekin and Krieger. That means something like Harlekin is more like a clown, a little bit childish person, and Krieger is more like a fighter. So we have those two
Yeah.
sides that you have like the inner child within, and but you also have to fight in life and be a strong person. So these are two sides, yeah, especially that Robs expresses because he has this kind of really funny attitude to not take life that serious, the more
Yeah.
childish way
I
of
seen his
being.
Instagram post, and he seems like he's very like very down to earth and likes to joke. So
Yeah.
actually, Harlequin, I understood that because the word in Spanish is almost sounds almost similar,
Ah,
Harlequin. So
okay.
it's like almost the same
Yeah.
word in Spanish from that German. So yeah, so I could understand. I also like a lot the that you have like lyric videos for like Hey Storm, which is I'm
Mhm.
thinking Hey Storm. Uh,
Yes.
yes. But the video like you have like the beach and like I know storms. I live in Puerto Rico, which is like hurricane
Oh.
central over here, so we know what storms are like. So but yeah, I like it, and that you do like the lyric videos, so I could watch them. The German language, obviously, I can't understand everything. Like I can understand some things when they're Italian because Italian and Spanish are pretty
Mhm.
similar. So I know that you do vocals as well here. So for you as a keyboardist and backing vocals, when you're doing the backing vocals, like what is like is your job more to convey like because I think you do mostly clean vocals on this record, right?
Yes, I have like a really big singing background. So I used to sing before I touched the keyboard. And
Mhm.
for the album, I did mainly the backing vocals. Like it should add more of an atmosphere to Rob's really harsh vocals to have some really clean and high and yeah, angelic higher vocals, like to have an atmosphere behind this for Hey Sturm, for example. For other songs, for example, Von der Schenke zur Taverne, there I double his voice in the chorus, for example, and have like a folky bridge where I just like sing along a little bit more folky, like a folky style. And there is a ballad where I have my lead vocals on. It's called Lied der Nacht. That's more like of a campfire-ish ballad of the album, and there Robse kicks in with his really powerful, energetic vocals in the last part of the song. So it's always the kind of mix between having like really harsh and energetic vocals and more light to support, or to have to add this kind of specific atmosphere. But yeah, I usually sing only clean, and yeah, we added it to the songs we thought it might suit best. So not on each song, but on some.
Will sometime in the future, like, will the band like do a song where you take the lead vocals? Because that would be interesting.
Well, except on the ballad we have on the album right
Mhm,
now, like Lied der
mhm.
Nacht, that's the only song where I have my lead vocals on. And regarding future, we have to see. I mean, I would love to, and we just need to check if it suits the song to have like my
Yeah,
lead vocals on it as well or not. So far, I joined the band quite late, and most of the songs were also nearly done already. So perhaps in future, who knows, if it suits the song, and if everyone wants to have it in, then of course, why not? Would be great. But so far, I see myself for this band as a backing vocalist, as an additional female vocalist, and as a keyboarder, because Robse is the main person,
it's like
and
he's like the
yeah,
front, yeah, the
yeah,
front of the
he's the
band.
lead front vocalist. So
Yes.
I see my role as an add in vocals in this
Yeah.
case.
Yeah. Before the band, Lina, did you play in other bands?
I played in a band, in a symphonic metal band called Once, and Marco, who is now the bass player of Robse, also was also played in that band together with me. We never had live shows though, but we published an album back then called After Earth, and but beside this, I had like guest shows with other bands. But mainly focused on my YouTube channel with covers. I also released my own EP 2 months ago, but it's more like a folk CD, like with folk metal
What's your
a little
YouTube
more.
channel so I'll subscribe and watch your YouTube channel as well.
It's like my name, Alina Lesnik.
I'll follow your channel.
Thank you so much.
I like covers and folky music as well. I like that the last song on the album, even though the name is Viva la Caída, which I'm like, wait, that's Spanish, which means like hooray for the fall. But it's not in Spanish. I was like, maybe they have a song in Spanish.
Nah,
Uh,
no, unfortunately not. But
no,
yeah, the last song is like a really really has a lot of symphonic
it does. Yeah.
influences, and it's really about decay, about death, but also yeah, it's more like a darker tune, I would say. And yeah, I really like to play this one live. It makes really fun.
So when did you start playing the keyboards?
Actually, I played a little bit in between, like all the years, with a little bit more piano parts, but only for writing my songs, like my own stuff, and to have like a little bit theory. But for keyboard, I actually played it like a few months before, so it was not I'm not playing that long a keyboard. But yeah, it was really. I mean, I practiced a lot to get into this to have my live parts like good for the live shows. But before that, I mainly had like a little bit of piano background, but not really much.
Okay, well, I'm thinking I don't play piano or nor the keyboards, but I'm thinking if you play the piano, is the keyboards easier than the piano? I have no idea.
For me, yes. But as I said, I only played a little bit piano. So I like keyboard because you have so many different sounds. I really love it that you can just choose between different sounds you want to have. And it's easy to switch between different sounds. And yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, at least you get to play the keyboards with this band, because I've seen like top bands who have some keyboards and they literally like hit one key and then they're like, okay, like they'll hit the
No, it's
key like,
done.
yeah, yeah, that's it, and like, and that's it, or something
No,
like
that would
that.
be boring. That would
Yes,
be
that would
really
be very
boring.
boring. But yeah, no, interesting that you also, you have your own thing. So I will check that out. I like different types of music. So, like, how did you get when you were like growing up? Like, which band got you into like heavy music?
Um, the first one I think was Nightwish for me. So I listened to a lot of Nightwish back then and like more symphonic metal stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, but now I listen to so many different bands, but most of all, I'm really into the folk music, Nordic folk like Vadruna or stuff like this. I really love this kind of style. Yeah, but yeah, I would say mainly symphonic metal got me into the music. Um, and yeah, but for the other guys, for example, they totally have different influences. Like
Yeah, that's always
um,
good.
yeah, so it's really cool that we all have different backgrounds, and I think that makes the album also really interesting and special because everyone has like different bands and different influences they listen to. We have a lot of most of the guys are really into In Flames, for example. They really like In Flames and have some influences of
Yeah.
that
Well, which In
background.
Flames? Old In Flames or New In Flames?
I guess the old and the
Yes,
new. I
because
don't know.
there's like people that there's the old In Flames, which
Yeah.
was more like Gothenburg South, and then they got more commercial. I like both, but
Then
yeah,
you
I
need to
like,
ask the guys.
yeah, but I saw Nightwish in Puerto Rico back in they played here, but they played with when they had a net singing. I wish I could have seen them with Tarja, but
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been amazing. So let's show. I'm gonna show the artwork of the record, and we can talk about the artwork. So here we go. The artwork is very, like I said, it looks like very Lord of the Rings, like the
Mhm.
orcs. Uh, is anyone from the band in the cover? Because I'm not sure.
Oh, that's me on the right, I think, with the
That's
bright smile.
no, I
No,
don't
just
think
kidding.
that's you.
No, no, it's no one from us. It's
Yeah.
just like fantasy characters, but it's done by Walter. He's a really great artist who combines different modern elements in his artworks and creations. He also does like a lot of videos. He's from Switzerland, and he did like the complete booklet. So he did a lot of different yeah pictures and artworks for the singles and. Yeah, but it's yeah, it looks really Lord of the Ringish.
Very,
That's right.
very, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
if they would
and
show up at my door, I would tell them, this is not the right place. Comic Con is not here.
but it's mainly it should like show the topic of the album, like Harlekin, as you can see, the
Yeah.
more clownish people on the left and right side, and the fighter in the middle, which yeah, he has really focused like
No, yeah,
going
he
into
looks like
battle.
he means business.
Yeah, yeah, he means business.
Yeah, he's very
But also
serious in nature.
yeah.
So yeah.
So it's a little, it could be scary a little bit. Like I really find clowns scary, for example. So
Me too. I remember as a kid, I remember never really quite enjoying clowns. And
no,
now I have young kids, and when I take them to like parties and stuff, there's no longer clowns.
oh yeah,
Like when I used to be a kid, every part there was a clown.
yeah,
I think maybe I would say like Pennywise from It. uh,
Mm.
is a big inspiration for like reading clowns. But I found Ronald McDonald from McDonald's kind of creepy as well.
Yes.
So yes,
I
so you have
remember
a
having a
fear of clowns as well.
Yeah, and I really hate it. So I remember when I was a child, I had like a birthday at McDonald's, and there he was, like the clown guy, and I was so afraid. I was really afraid. I hate it. Like, but I still see some cars in Germany where they have like those clown faces and saying you can book them for birthdays. And I'm like, who would do that? It's so creepy, and I think most people already and those people who have children right now are perhaps that generation already who was scared of clowns, so probably won't be on
And,
birthdays
and
anymore.
And actually, in the United States, a serial killer, I think, State William H. Gacy, used to work as a clown. So
uh
that's very creepy that he used,
yeah.
and he was a serial killer. So I think that also helps to the like the clown thing. Uh, I think now there's more magicians, even though I find magicians annoying. They don't scare me. I just find them annoying.
I
I'm
would
like, there's
love it if they would really have magic forces, so that would make it different,
no,
but they
that's only
probably
in
won't.
Harry Potter. But sadly not in the real world. So uh for you on this album, do you have do you have like a favorite track of the record?
Well, I have like a few favorite tracks, but I would say the first I really liked was Hey Sturm, because it has this. I love the sea, and I love this kind of nature force in the storm, and
Mhm.
nature in the how it is described in the lyrics. Robse did a really great job on the lyrics. I really love them. And I could also, I sometimes when I feel not that nice or like a little bit down and I listen to the song, I'm like, come on, girl, keep going against the storm. And I find it really uplifting and motivating when times are a little bit more difficult. And sometimes it really gets me back to, okay, just keep going. It's fine. So I love the meaning behind this, and combined with the sea and everything with nature forces, I really love it. So I would say that's one of my favorites. I also really love Viva la Caída. It
Mhm.
has this symphonic touch, and it's so cool to play live. But of course, I also love Lied der Nacht. It's the ballad, because we wrote it for Ollie and I wrote it for focusing on the new beginnings. Like you want to leave things behind, like old times. You are a little bit sad about it because it was such a good time, and then you have this kind of new chance. Like one door closed is closing, and one door opens, and
Yeah,
it has
that my
this.
mother always says that. Like,
Yeah, it's
or
true.
she also said they use it also with windows. Like when a
Yeah,
window closes, another one opens,
also
and
good.
and things like that. Is I just think that people sometimes maybe like like think of things in the past and get nostalgic, but
Yeah.
maybe they weren't that great to begin with.
Yeah, yeah. And now where you say nostalgia is exactly such a song that you are thinking about old times and get a little bit like a little bit of melancholy in this. So I think these lyrics and album catches up many topics, many emotions people are going through in their lives. It's all inspired by our own feelings and emotions, and of course also Robses, because he wrote most lyrics. Um, and it's just like we really hope that people who understand the lyrics, it would be nice, have the can kind of relate with the lyrics, with what we want to describe, the emotions and everything. And yeah,
No, you
point.
explained it very well, and I like that you said, a lot of people think that metal is like negative and angry, but there's also a lot of like uplifting, and a lot of people listen to metal to get in a good mood. So it's misconstrued, or people think it's just like evil music, but there's so many things. So yeah, this album, right now it's already out, so I can post the link of people where they can order it physically. I'm sure the vinyl, the CDs. So you mentioned shows. So are you playing some? Do you have some shows coming up soon? Where can the people see you live?
Actually, we had like last few weeks the show at Wacken and then at Summer Breeze. So
That
these were
a small show at Wacken.
yes, a small show. And these were really nice. Our Summer Breeze show was our release party, and it was so cool to have so many people there singing along already to some songs, to the single songs. And regarding, yeah, speaking upcoming shows, unfortunately, we have a little bit of a break right now, but that's also good because the last few weeks are really intense. So right
So,
now,
so you sometimes you need a break. So how was
yeah.
the experience of playing Wacken? Was it your first time? I never been to that festival, but it's like a festival that like everyone that listens to metal like should go at least once. I don't know if I can't find people to go with me.
Oh, but you will
Yes,
find new friends there, I'm sure. There are so many
yes.
people.
So many people will go there. So how was the experience of playing that show?
Oh, the experience was really awesome. I mean, it's been my first time being there, even though I live in Germany, but it was my first time visiting Wacken, actually. And I was like really amazed by how big it really is. I mean, I knew it's one of the biggest festivals, but you go
Mm,
there and you have no overview because it's just like huge. There are so many stages, there are so many people, and even the backstage area was so big. So it was really like, wow, that's interesting. Um, the organization of the festival must be so hard because so many people are there, and everyone
yeah.
was really kind, and the metalheads, the people were really kind, and we had an interview there with EMP that was also really nice, and a signing session that was also crazy when you sit there and the people come and want to talk to you and you need to describe your cards and you're like, what? So for me it was a really new experience to
What
have
did
it
you
like
need to
this.
describe your cards?
Not yeah, cards. We had like photos, like
Okay.
group pictures, not cards.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like
Yeah.
group pictures where we signed with our names. Um, and that was really nice. And the show was amazing. We had like a pyrotechnic.
Mhm.
Like we didn't use that before, so we went on stage, and then the fire was there actually coming out on the
The
different
important
sides.
thing is to know where the fire is coming out. So
Okay,
you,
yeah, this was clear, but it was like we knew it shortly before we went on
oh,
stage that we actually have a pyrotechnic, and it was so wow, that's so cool
yeah.
to have like
When
the
I saw
fire.
Rammstein, I wasn't even in the front row seats. And when the fires came out, I felt the heat. And I
Yes,
wasn't, and I'm like, wow, can you imagine how hot they feel the heat? Because I was far away. And I just say it because you don't want a James Hetfield incident of like like getting burned.
yeah.
I would be kind of afraid, but mostly I think it's the frontman's the one that's always like walking around because you need to stay on front of the keyboards.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's totally safe for us and the people because there, of course, there is a lot of security checkups if
yeah.
everything really is safe. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. So I was totally trusting the people that everything is fine and just enjoying it. But it was really
But,
amazing. Like
but
it was, it was so
did you
cool.
feel more metal when you're like playing the keyboards and the fire? You're like, yeah, the fire.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it's
it
yeah.
was a different atmosphere. It was really nice. And I remember when we played in Austria, there was the first show I joined, Area 53. That was so cool because you had the mountains in the back.
Oh, that's
So there were
nice.
mountains and a lot of wind. And when you play there and look at the mountains, look at the people and have the wind in your hair, that was also really nice.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen if you play Florida. It's gonna be flat.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to see anything. Everything's flat and boring. But if you play Puerto Rico, you could see the beach.
Oh, this would be nice. By the way, you asked of festivals and shows upcoming, so we will play actually. It's confirmed next year Okay, let me put it. Leyendas del Rock. Is it correctly pronounced or
The what?
Leyendas de Rock?
Ah, Leyendas del Rock.
Del Rock. Okay.
That's going to be in Spain, right?
Yes, yes. So we
Yeah.
have a show there next year. That's cool.
No, yeah, that's good. And yeah, it's you said it pretty well. It better than my German, which is non-existent. I don't know German. Uh, but yeah, Alina, it's been great chatting with you, and also like like they can like people can follow the band ROBSE, but they can also follow you on your YouTube channel. What type of covers do you play on your YouTube channel?
Oh, I did a lot going from Sabaton to Ghost to Nightwish to Epica. So there are so many bands I covered back in the days. But right now I mostly focus on my own music on my channel and of course on the
Yeah.
ROBSE songs.
I will check out
But
your music. Maybe if you put out your solo material, I can have you here back on the couch to talk about it.
oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm gonna post the link for people to the ROBSE album is out now, so you can listen to it. You can buy it, and I'll post the link for the band so you can follow them and you can know what's next for the band. So Alina, anything you like to say to the fans before we go?
First of all, thank you so much for your interest, and we really hope that you will enjoy our music. It's been a really great time writing the tunes, and we really hope that you will feel what we felt while creating this music, and that there are some uplifting songs for you, and you yeah, enjoy it.
That is good. So Alina, again, thank you for joining me virtually from your couch in Germany to my couch here in Puerto Rico. So
Nice.
until next time, couchers. This is
Thank you so
Hector.
much.
Yeah, the
Bye bye.
shield dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.